In the ancient landscape where the air is thick with dust and the sun casts long shadows over the earth, a profound conversation unfolds between God and Abraham. This moment is not merely a dialogue. It is a divine revelation that carries with it the weight of moral responsibility and the essence of covenantal relationship. God, the God of justice, approaches Abraham with intentions that are both grave and significant, revealing his plans regarding the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. The narrative is steeped in the themes of righteousness, justice, and the active participation required from those who are called into covenant with the Almighty. Before we continue, just a reminder to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. By doing so, you'll stay connected and up to date with future content. Now, let's continue delving into Genesis chapter 18, verses 16 to 21, and the message God has in store for us. As the Lord prepares to journey towards Sodom, he pauses to communicate with Abraham, not out of necessity, but out of a desire for relationship. In this moment, God shares his intentions to investigate the cries of injustice that have risen from the cities, indicating that his decision to act is rooted in a moral imperative. This communication is a testament to the nature of God, who does not act in isolation, but engages with his chosen ones, inviting them into his divine deliberations. It is a profound act of grace, revealing that the God of justice is also a God who desires to involve humanity in the unfolding of his plans. The significance of this revelation to Abraham is immense. It is not merely a disclosure of God's intentions. It is an invitation for Abraham to respond. The Lord's question, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do?" underscores a relationship built on trust and transparency. God's choice to reveal his plans to Abraham signifies that Abraham is not just a passive recipient of divine blessings, but an active participant in the moral fabric of the world. The covenant established with Abraham extends beyond personal favor. It encompasses a call to uphold justice and righteousness, to be a beacon of God's ways in a world often shrouded in moral ambiguity.
As God describes the wickedness of Sodom, he highlights the necessity of justice. This journey toward Sodom is not simply about punishment. It is about the moral evaluation of a society that has strayed from righteousness. The Lord's impending judgment serves as a reminder of the consequences of abandoning divine principles. In this context, justice is not merely retributive, it is restorative, aiming to realign the community with the values of the covenant. Abraham's heart, filled with compassion, is stirred at the thought of the innocent suffering alongside the guilty. This moment ignites within him a profound understanding of divine justice that compels him to intercede on behalf of the righteous. Abraham's response to God's revelation is one of boldness and humility. He stands before the Lord, questioning, "Will you indeed sweep away the righteous with the wicked?" This inquiry is not born out of doubt, but from a deep-seated understanding of God's character. Abraham recognizes that justice must be tempered with mercy, and he appeals to God's nature as the ultimate moral judge. His negotiation with God reflects a profound relationship built on faith, where he seeks to understand God's intentions and advocate for the innocent. This interaction demonstrates that the covenant is not merely about receiving blessings, but is deeply intertwined with the responsibility to uphold justice and righteousness. The implications of God's covenant with Abraham extend to the generations that follow. Abraham is called not just to accept the blessings of the covenant, but to actively guide his family and descendants in the ways of the Lord. The Lord's declaration that Abraham will command his children and household to keep the way of the Lord is a charge that echoes through time. It emphasizes that righteousness and justice are not merely personal virtues, but communal responsibilities. Abraham's relationship with God necessitates an understanding of divine justice that he must pass on, ensuring that future generations recognize the importance of living in alignment with God's ways. Righteousness and justice emerge as central themes in this narrative, highlighting the moral fabric of the covenant community. Abraham's role as the father of nations places upon him the duty to instill these values within his family.
The knowledge of God's justice is not a burden but a privilege, a guiding light that shapes their identity and purpose. Through Abraham's example, the narrative invites reflection on how individuals today can embody and teach these principles. The call to uphold justice is not confined to ancient texts. It resonates in contemporary society, urging believers to reflect on their convictions regarding righteousness and to explore how they can influence others. As the narrative unfolds, it becomes clear that the journey to Sodom serves a dual purpose. It is both a demonstration of God's judgment and an invitation for humanity to engage in the pursuit of justice. The God of justice does not merely dictate terms. He invites dialogue, encourages intercession, and fosters a community that reflects his character. This relationship calls for active participation, urging believers to embody the values of the covenant in their lives and in their interactions with others. In conclusion, the narrative of God's communication with Abraham regarding Sodom invites profound reflection on the nature of divine justice and the responsibilities that accompany a covenant relationship with God. It challenges individuals to consider their own understanding of righteousness and justice, and to seek ways to teach others the importance of following the way of the Lord. As Abraham stood before God, advocating for the righteous, so too are we called to stand in the gap for justice in our world. The journey of faith is not merely a personal endeavor, but a communal calling, urging us to guide future generations in understanding and upholding the values that reflect the heart of the God of justice.
If this message resonates with you, take a moment to praise our Lord. Type "Glory to Yahweh" in the comments as a declaration of praise and glory to our Father for his infinite love, mercy, and patience for us. God bless you.